Alright guys and girls, welcome back to another video. Now, I don't know if you guys and girls know what year 1993 was. And if you don't know, it was actually when Myst was actually released on the Macintosh, I think it was, in 1993. Well, so many years later now, actually 27 years, I believe now, because it was 2020, so it's 27 years. They're releasing or doing a retake, a reimagination of Myst by the company Cyan. I don't know if it's the same company, Cyan, who's doing the VR version, but I've just noticed on the Oculus Quest store today, on the coming soon section, they're actually bringing out Myst, a reimagination, a retake, with better visuals, with better like puzzles, random puzzles, so that it feels fresh. So every game you play doesn't feel like a sort of like the same game basically. It's going to be like sort of different puzzles, so it's going to be like sort of random, which is actually a great thing. Actually, I think then they did the sequel to the Mist, which was actually called Riven, the sequel to the Mist, and I think that was it was released on Steam, I believe, and on other PC platforms. But they did have a PlayStation 1 version of that as well, I believe. I think that was on PlayStation 1. But also, Myst was actually on the PlayStation 1. It was in I think it was called the Triple Pack Community collection of it, which is they had like a sort of a charity, I think it was in a charity disc. So they had one on its own, Myst in its original packaging. Then they did like sort of like a 3-1. I think it was Myst. Then it was, I think, Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars, I think, somewhere along the lines of that. And Road Rash, I think, was the one, because I had the whole three back in, I think I think that was around about 97. Might be roughly around about that 90, I don't know, I'm trying to think when the PlayStation 1 version was out. I think it was that, might have been 1994 or 93 or 97 when the PlayStation 1 came out, because I think they had, I think it was, must have been 97, because I think that was the same year that Final Fantasy 7 was released on there. Correct me or not and stuff, but I remember like sort of the old PlayStation 1 days, absolutely amazing, though, classics. Hopefully the Myst one though by Cyan Studios or Incorporate, hopefully they have that sequence where you go into that like temple, and then suddenly you get that video player come up with the bloke's face on it. It's like you go to this mystery island, and you've got to try and find out what this whole island's about. Apparently, there was a bloke or something, a professor or something, who's got kidnapped and he's trapped in a book, and you've got to try and get him out. I don't know if it's going to be the same sort of game on the Quest or the Quest 2 version of the original game from 93, or if this is like a different story that they're going along with. But anyway, if you enjoy this, guys and girls, let us know. What is your favourite PlayStation 1 game of all time? Leave your comments below. Cheers for watching and stay safe all. Actually, my favourite game on the PlayStation 1 of all time has to be the X-Files video game. My mum bought me that when it first came out, and this was at Blockbusters, was like, I think 6 discs or something, or 4 discs. and you had to swap them over at certain points of the game. And it was like a point and click style game where you have to try and find Mulder and Scully because Scully's been shot, and you have to like sort of investigate with I think it was Craig Wilmore, and then you find out the FBI agents basically are trying to kill you as well, and they're trying to get rid of you because they've all been turned into aliens and all of that. And it's like a really, really great story. If you haven't played the X Files PlayStation 1 version, it was on the PC as well. I've actually got the PC version and I've got the PS1 version of that game, but the actual storyline, I think it was to do with the X. It was in between X Files season 3 and 4, I believe, of the seasons because it was within the season sort of thing. But Mulder and Scully basically turned into aliens, or there was something going on where they had like a thing on the back of their neck, and then you got Mister X in there, this mystery bloke who's basically you don't know much about him, but he thinks you're basically um, like a baddie, but you got to work with him and stuff, and then you have these like little like tasks you got to do in the game as well. It's absolutely really well done. But anyway, cheers for watching, guys and girls. Stay safe, and I'll see you on the next episode.